All right, good morning. Today we're going to continue our usage of using commas in our writing. So yesterday in the Ed puzzle that we did, we talked about 4 different ways that you could use a comma. So 4 different ways that you could use a comma. Today we're going to focus on just one of those ways. And that way is, let's look at our chart here. That way is using commas after an introductory expression. So using commas after an introductory expression to set words apart, such as yes, no, indeed, or absolutely. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about when you're reading, what do you do? So let's move over here so you can see my face. When you're reading, when you see a comma, what do you do? Do you just keep reading? Do you stop for 20 seconds? Do you yell when you see a comma? When you see a comma is an indicator for you to pause, to just take a breath and then continue on. It tells you to slow down because another idea is getting ready to pop up usually, or I'm going to add extra detail in there to paint the picture for you. So when I'm using words like yes, no, absolutely, indeed, I want to pause after I say them so that I can make sure that my reader heard what I said. So when I'm using words like yes, no, absolutely, indeed, I need a comma after them so that the reader will pause before they continue reading about what I just answered. So let's do some practice. So the first sentence is, yes, Grandma did burn her tongue on that hot coffee. So my comma here, because anytime I have yes, no, indeed, or absolutely, any introductory expression like that, I need a comma after. My comma would go after yes. Yes, Grandma did burn her tongue on the hot coffee. Now I can test out if that would really work. If I get rid of this word yes, and I just have Grandma did burn her tongue on the hot coffee, is that still a sentence? It is. Who is Grandma? What she did, she burned her tongue. So if I were to take this yes off of here, Grandma did burn her tongue on the hot coffee, it would still be a sentence. So I know that I'm using my comma correctly. Let's see here. So let's go to the next one. No, I will not be going with Grandma to her jazzercise class. I mean, I don't know why. Jazzercise is so much fun. So where would the comma belong here? If I look at my rule, it goes after. So it goes to set apart, so we're going to put it after words like yes, no, indeed, or absolutely. So no is right here. So no, I will not be going with Grandma to her jazzercise class. And I can test that out, and if I get rid of this no, is I will not be going with Grandma to her jazzercise class still a sentence? It is. So I is who, and then what am I doing or not doing? I'm not going with Grandma. So that's still a sentence. So my comma's in the correct spot. If I were to, I'm going to clear this for a second. If I were to put my comma here, and I were to, so if I have a comma, then that means I can get rid of everything before the comma and it would still make sense, or after the comma. Will not be going with Grandma to her jazzercise class be a sentence? It wouldn't be, because what's your subject of the sentence? You don't have a subject. Will not be going with Grandma to her jazzercise class. Who will not be going with Grandma to her jazzercise class? So that's how I can test out if my comma is in the correct spot. All right, next one. Absolutely, she is the greatest Grandma. All right, where am I going to put my comma there? I'm going to put it after the words yes, no, indeed, or absolutely. So it's going to go right here after absolutely. Absolutely, she is the greatest Grandma. If I were to just read this without the absolutely, is she is the greatest Grandma a sentence? It is. She is my subject. What is she? She's the greatest. Okay, sentence number 4. Indeed, Grandma's attic does have a lot of cool antiques. All right, so where am I going to put my comma here? So I know it goes after my introductory expression. So indeed would be my introductory expression. If I tested that out, when I just read this section all by itself, Grandma's attic does have lots of cool antiques. There should be a period there. that is a sentence. My subject is Grandma's attic. What does it have? Lots of cool subjects, or lots of cool antiques. All right, so now what you're going to do is your assignment's going to be very similar to this. You're going to have a page that looks exactly like this, except it has different sentences for it. So what you're going to do, your secret word for this video is indeed. Indeed is your secret word for this video, so make sure you type that in the private comments. But you're going to do some practice. But before you do that practice, I need you to stand up. I need you to push your chair in. And I need for you, so stand up, push your chair in. Put 2 fingers in the air, 5 fingers in the air, 4, 1, I don't care, both hands in the air. But I need you to repeat after me. Yes, comma. I will have command of the comma. No, comma. I will not forget the comma's many important jobs. Indeed, comma. The comma does deserve more respect. Absolutely, comma. I will spread the word of the comma's importance to all of my family and friends. All right, you just took the comma pledge. So, by doing that, even if you didn't do it, you still took the comma pledge because you watched this. You are ensuring, or you are promising me that you are going to use commas after all of your introductory expressions. Yes, no, indeed, absolutely. And there are others, but these are the ones that we are practicing. Now you're going to do your practice and then turn it in when you're finished.